Kevin Seifert covers the NFL for ESPN and joins us over the phone. Hey, Kevin, when voters take a look ultimately at what this class will be, what are the considerations that they have to take into?
You know, everybody looks at it probably a little bit differently, but in the end, the most important thing is how they performed on the field. You know, anything that might have happened off the field, anything that might have happened in anything other than on the field of play is not something that they're supposed to take into account. So in the case of a Terrell Owens or a Brett Favre or anybody else on this list, it's how did they perform relative to their peers. And in the end, I think if you're going to try to come up with a criteria for what's a Hall of Fame player, you say he was one of the best players of his generation. And if that particular player qualifies, then they'll eventually get into the Hall of Fame, if not in their first year or their second year of eligibility.
All right, Kevin, so from that perspective, T.O. and Favre, just from the number standpoint, seem to be shoe-ins for the Hall of Fame. How about another name for you? The former Oakland Raider, the late Ken Stabler. He is a seniors committee nominee. How would he be viewed?
You know, obviously there's plenty of stories and plenty of things with Ken Stabler's reputation, but two things there. One, you know, he if you say, was he one of the best quarterbacks and one of the best players at his position of his generation, I think you can make a pretty good argument for that. And two, he's up, I believe, as a seniors nominee, which allows the voters to think of to consider him just in the context of the other seniors that are on the other representatives of the senior committee that are on the ballot. So that gives him a better than average chance than, say, a Terrell Owens or anybody else who's on the list for the first time. So I think he has Ken Stabler, and obviously we all know what happened earlier this summer, but I think he has a real good shot given the fact that he's on that seniors committee list.
That's Kevin Seifert, who covers the National Football League for ESPN. Again, Brett Favre and Terrell Owens among the